So let me introduce Gemini Google family of the AI models, and the web app is the natural place to start. So I personally use it for brainstorming, spitting out the titles, and getting rough outline for this video. If you are looking for this, stay till the end, and let me give you a little bit of analytic. So 50% of you haven't even subscribed sadly yet. So please hit the subscribe button. It absolutely costs you nothing. It's just a few seconds, and I can make you more videos like this. And let's get back to business. So, but what if that's not a whole story of anymore at the Google AI? So over the last year, Google has been announcing a ton of AI tools for writing, designing, music, and even a video. They are not just one neat package. They are just scattered across different products, labs, and have a wait list. Like frankly, it's a bit of a mess recently, and most people have no idea what's actually free and what's just the hype. So I decided to put it to the test today. So I spent last 7 days trying to swap my entire creative workflow for these free Google AI tools. So I wanted to see what really works and what just a marketing promise, and if you can actually get for $0 using Google AI for free. So here is what happened. So every creative project, start with an idea, and for me that means a lot of time just wrestling research, and, outlines and first drafts making. So my first challenge was replace writing setup with Google AI, and my main tools for this part of the experience were like Gemini and Notebook LM. So the Notebook LM is a research assistant that's grounded in your source basically, and you can feed it Google documents, PDF, web links, and even YouTube videos. You can just paste it in and just copy. So it can be at the personalized knowledge base, can draw for this project, and you can just upload dozens of articles, and Google own had documents about its AI tools. So it's worth like nothing. But however, that notebook alarm isn't available everywhere yet, so it's still upgrading. So your access might depend on your region. Sorry. So now let's be clear, this isn't magic fact check. So the AI is only as smart as the sources you give it, but its real strength, it's a sightness. So I asked it to create table of comparing features like VO and Google Bits. So in a second, you can produce a structure, source, cited breakdown. That's a huge win for turning mountain of research into a clean script outline because it's so fast and budget friendly as well. So cool party trick is Notebook Alarm is the audio overviews, which can turn your research into a private podcast, and it's also a great way to review your notes while you are walking to the dog in a park or somewhere. So, but there are definitely limits for this, and the free version of Notebook Alarm caps how many sources you can upload and how many questions you can ask per daily. So this is the downside of it. But even if with your own sources, the AI can still misinterpret things, unfortunately. So you can absolutely have to double check its work. So there are also automatic sync between Gemini and Notebook Alarm. They are still manually copying and pasting, and still for the scripting and research phase. So personally, I had surprisingly powerful and most free workflow. So the next thing I will mention is about the visuals. Every video, needs thumbnails, graphic, and b-rolls. So this is where AI image powered by Google Imagine models come up to life. So you can find these image making features in a few different Google products, but a good place to start experimenting is a Google AI Studio for sure. So it's a sort of developer playground for testing Google models. So I gave myself, a task of creating visual for any kind of hypothetical social media campaign. And for this video prompting, I used a prompt like a photorealistic image of creator a modern studio and surrounded the glowing digital icon representing AI tools. So the results are really good, and I saw a few things that needed to fix, and I asked AI to fix it up, and it just did it like a second. They were not still perfect, and you have to definitely get some bizarre effects, and you can just ask AI to replace it. And here is where the free part gets complicated. So while you can generate some of the images for free, not an all you can eat buffet. So this is the best quality and the highest volume are usually part of a paid subscription like Gemini Advanced or through, developer tools like AI studios, which have a quotes and are really meant for, prototyping. So you can just open a single app and get infinite free images, and the lines between the free Gemini and Gemini Advanced and the developer tools are blurry a bit, and the constant shifting, which can be confusing a bit. So why I could, generate what I need for this project, doing at a professional scale would likely push me into a paid plan to get a better result. If you like this video, share with a friend or just hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can see more like this. So let's get back to business. For this kind of thing, every video needs a soundtrack, So Lyra is the engine behind experimental features like Dream Track in a YouTube Shorts and other music tools. So it was available any kind of region. So you can use this feature to generate background track or with a simple prompt like use this prompt an upbeat, optimistic electronic track with a sense of discovery and wonder for a tech YouTube video. So you can just type in this prompt and use it and generate the soundtrack. So under a minute, it can give you a 30-minute like second clips that were surprisingly good for background music, and you can use it to generate tracks with basic music structure songs. What you probably already seeing the theme here, and free for everyone isn't a full story always. So these features are often experimental, available only in certain regions or limited select for creators. So you can just go to the website and generate a full and custom song for free. So also the term royalty fee can be tricky. A license you use to track on YouTube doesn't automatically mean you use it anywhere else for any purpose. So always check the terms, and for this project through the short clips, you know more than enough to create a custom soundtrack. So the video theoretically done, and it's time to promote it. And I use the custom feature Gemini called Gems to automate this. So the Gems are basically personalized version of Gemini that you create for a specific task via social media manager by giving it instruction on my channel or any kind of channel, tone of the voice, target audience, and the content style, of course. So all you have to do is just upload your video script and ask to generate 5 engaging tweets and 3 Instagram caption and a short email newsletter announcement. So that's it. That's all you have to do to add this prompt. So it's gonna instantly churn content and it's gonna give you instruction. This is a huge time saver. So build the gem once and it keeps your instruction on file for the next time. So while you're creating using gems is free, and their availability can depend on your region and your plan, of course. And there are still usage limits, but solo creator for a so powerful tool for streamlining marketing also. So after I I use this the Google AI thing. I had a script, visual promo video, and a custom soundtrack and a marketing plan. And I managed to create everything needed to get this video to the door. So which led me back to the big question. It's like, can I really go pro for $0? Like the answer is not quiet. The reality is that by free, fantastic marketing hook, the most powerful game-changing features like a huge volume video generation with VO or unlimited high-resolution image creation are usually tiers, and they are available in limited doses for free users or log behind paid subscription and developer platforms. So trying to this figure out what's available where and for how much can be incredibly confusing every time. So what you can do for free, assemble an incredibly active AI assisted workflow that's light years ahead of what was possibly just a year ago. So you can research, write, and design, and even promote your content way more efficiently for many creative tasks. So these tools are more than just good enough. They just you no longer need a pro budget to get a pro result. So what you need is a Google account, just create an email address and willingness to experiment and clear eye for what's real and the features versus what's a marketing promise. So the tools are here already and they are free to start and they are getting better every single day. And so, what do you think about this? Have you tried any of these tools? So let me know in the comments which are one of your most excited to check on it. So, and if you want to see more deep dives into creative AI workflow, make sure to hit the subscribe button. And meantime, watch this video and see you next time.